Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking you along with me, and not just today, but every night for the next 7 nights, I'm going to be taking you along with me for a kind of homemaking, homeschooling, motherhood type vlog. I actually got inspired to do this little mini series because one of you guys actually asked me a question on my community tab, and that was the question of what do I do during my downtime? And what's funny about that is I couldn't really answer it. Even when I saw the question, I was like, I have no idea actually what I do in my downtime because I feel like I don't have any, but at the same time, I incorporate things that I do enjoy throughout the day. But it varies so drastically from day to day, and not just in the activity or what I'm doing, but how I'm feeling varies. So what my heart and soul might need also varies from day to day. So I felt like doing just one day in the life to show you what I happened to do that day wasn't an accurate representation of really what my personal mama life is. What are the things that I do during the day to reset, to renew my heart, to renew my focus? What is something that I do that encourages myself, whether that be with my relationship with my children, my husband, my walk with the Lord, all those little things throughout the day that they make a big difference, yet I don't consider to be a typical downtime per se. So that's what we're going to be talking about all of this week. And I'm going to be talking about, the motherhood and homemaking, homeschooling, all of these things to do within the home. I'm going to be talking from a biblical perspective and just as my journey, not just as a mama and a wife, but as a Christ follower. And I hope that throughout the week you get to see not only what I consider to be my personal downtime, just because, every single mama is different. And so what you might consider to be restful to you might be different than what I do. And that is perfectly fine. Just as a disclaimer, I think everything, especially within motherhood and within every 4 walls of someone's home, every unit is so different, and that's what makes it beautiful. So my rest might be different, and it might be not typical or kind of not ordinary, I guess you can say. But I wanted to talk about this big thing of not just rest, but of renewal, of renewing your heart and mind when you do just get tired and weary. And I wanted to talk about just what to do on those days where you might wake up and you're just a little bit off, how to reset those days. At the time that I am editing this voiceover here, this is day 3 of me actually filming. I'm pre-filming a week ahead, so I have time to actually edit all of the content. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to pull it off as far as getting 7 videos back to back. So I'm pre-filming here, so I can tell you right now that the few days that you are going to see, I've had a day where I've just woke up exhausted. So how am I kind of renewing and refreshing on that day? I have a day where we woke up and just different moments in homeschool, and I'll share that in an upcoming video as well. Just what I did with that day. And so turning days around when we are just weary and we are tired. And so that is kind of the whole theme of what this week is going to be. For this particular day, the day you're watching now, this is actually a Monday, so happy Monday. This was a day that we had just come out of a very busy week. We had come out of an extremely busy weekend, and the week and the weekend was all beautiful and wonderful things. We are just tired on Monday. On this particular day, I was very, very tired. On the days where I'm physically tired and I might not get a chance to either lay down and take a nap, and a lot of the times right now anyway in this phase of life when I'm laying my baby down to take a nap, sometimes I'm able to lay down with her, but more often than not, I normally don't. Because as soon as the baby does lay down, she's a contact sleeper for one. So most of the time she does sleep on me. But if I am on the rare occasion laying her down and then letting her sleep solo, that's typically the time where I'll spend one-on-one time with my toddler. She's 3 years old and she still very much wants mama and mama's attention. So even though, yes, their baby is napping, I don't ever really nap with her. So I have to find moments throughout my day, and everyday moments and the mundane moments, I have to find ways where I can let my heart and soul rest. And I've learned this past year, especially since adding baby number 4, that a huge part for me personally and my journey as a mama has been, I found that a lot of my rest honestly comes from not just emotional, but like also my relationship with the Lord and where that is, that's where I find my rest, because that's where I'm at my most peaceful state of mind, is when my relationship with the Lord is taking that front priority, and the front kind of burner in my life it's hard to explain, but when I am actually in the Word of God, when I am meditating on His Word, when I'm spending time in prayer, that is when I feel the most rested. And throughout the week, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite scriptures that has to do with rest, that has to do with renewal. And even though for me in this phase of life, I'm not able to really lay down and take the nap, I'm not able to stop and necessarily relax every single day, and I don't have the moments of doing my own thing every day. I really don't. It's just, those little moments throughout the day where I can still feel refreshed and renewed, even when my physical self is feeling tired. And it took me a long time to realize what a powerful impact that has in every single aspect of my life, is when my walk with God is where it should be, and it can always improve. Like really, our walk with the Lord, it can improve every single moment of every single day. But when I know my heart and my mind is focused on Him, then it keeps my heart and my mind focused on my home. And that is really what gives me my true feeling of rest. And we're going to be talking about that all week long, as well as just some simplicity, some simple things that I do throughout the day, and I'm going to bring you along with me. Again, I hope you guys are encouraged and uplifted during this week when we talk about motherhood and just everything that brings. But I will see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Until then, you guys have a great evening and